You walk into a room and the energy shifts. Not because of what you say, but because of what you carry. It's not ego, it's not charm, it's something older, something deeper, something people can't explain, but feel. In this video, we uncover 7 subtle things that make you spiritually intimidating, not because you try to be, but because your very being is a mirror, and not everyone's ready to see what it reflects. 1. You see through people, not just their words, their patterns. You hear the fear behind the sarcasm, the wound behind the arrogance. You don't call it out, you just know. And that knowing makes others nervous, because when someone feels seen, truly seen, they either open up or run. 2. You're anchored. While the world chases trends and applause, you've chosen depth over display. You don't rush. You don't perform. You move from a still place within, and stillness is power. In a stormy world, the calmest soul is the most dangerous. 3. You've made peace with solitude. You don't fear being alone, because you've befriended your own mind. You've dined with your shadows. You've laughed with your demons. And when people see that, they realize they've only been surviving their silence. Your comfort in solitude exposes their addiction to distraction. 4. You carry invisible scars with grace. You've walked through fires, but you never made it a show. You didn't post your pain for sympathy. You turned it into quiet strength. Now your presence feels like wisdom, and that can be intimidating to those still yelling from their wounds. 5. You don't play the game. You won't flatter to climb. You won't shrink to fit. You speak truth not to be loud, but because silence would be betrayal. And in a world that profits off pretense, your authenticity feels like rebellion. 6. You ask dangerous questions. What do you truly want? Who are you without the mask? Why are you following rules you didn't choose? You don't ask to provoke. You ask because you care. But people fear these questions because the answers might burn down the life they've built on autopilot. 7. You live by a quiet code, not because someone taught you, but because your soul remembers. Honor, integrity, presence, not for attention, but because it's who you are. You live in alignment, and those out of alignment feel it. Not everyone is threatened by you, only those still performing a role you've already outgrown. You didn't choose to be intimidating, you chose to be true. And sometimes truth feels like a thunderstorm to someone who's only known shallow rain. So here's the question. Is your power unsettling them or waking them up?